Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you're still relying on traditional security methods, the ground is literally shifting beneath your feet right now. Today, we're diving into the core concepts from the Zero Trust Architect, and we're going to explore exactly how the software-defined perimeter is fundamentally changing the way we protect our most valuable data objects. If you're looking for that infrastructure-level engineering depth required for modern survival, well, you are in the exact right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got 4 main sections to cover today. First, death of the perimeter. Second, the canonical blueprints. Third, the implementation playbook. And finally, securing your career.
Section 1. Death of the perimeter. The vaporization of traditional networks.
The castle and moat security model is dead, period. For decades, we built these massive outer walls, we dug these deep digital moats, and we just assumed that everything inside was trusted. But here is the terrifying, urgent reality we're dealing with. Those legacy outer walls, they offer zero protection today. The perimeter is totally gone. Assuming anything inside your network is inherently safe is just an incredibly dangerous mindset to have right now. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why. Think about it. In a legacy system, once an attacker breaches those outer walls, it's pretty much game over. They get this unchecked lateral freedom to just roam across asset classes and weaponize core data with absolute impunity. But today, we don't have a single castle anymore. We're operating in decentralized, hybrid work environments across these really complex multi-cloud enterprise architectures. And honestly, the most alarming part? We are facing autonomous, agentic AI threat vectors that are constantly, and I mean literally constantly, hunting for vulnerabilities. This entirely vaporized network demands a completely new approach to defense.
Moving right along to Section 2, the canonical blueprints. Moving past marketing hype.
So, the solution to all of this is Zero Trust architecture. And I want you to notice how this definition strips right through all the buzzwords. This is not just some high-level philosophy, it's a highly critical engineering methodology. It's the bridge, the vital connection between high-level conceptual framework theory and practical real-world deployment logistics. We're talking about the true infrastructure-level engineering depth you actually need to genuinely secure a modern enterprise today.
So the crucial point is, to actually build this out, you've got to follow foundational mandates and achieve real vendor-neutral mastery. You absolutely must be deeply familiar with the standards set by NIST SP 800-207 and the CISA Zero Trust Maturity Model, or ZTMM 2.0. Those are basically your gold standards. And to actually prove that mastery, you need comprehensive preparation strategies for Apex-level certifications. I'm talking about things like the CSA Certificate of Competence in Zero Trust, the CCZT, and CompTIA Security X. This is the baseline vocabulary and credentialing you need for elite defense.
But as we all know, the modern enterprise basically lives in the cloud. So true mastery requires taking those vendor-neutral concepts and applying elite engineering methodologies across the major cloud platforms. You really need to understand Microsoft Entra ID, specifically the SC100. You need to grasp AWS Verified Access mapping over to the SCSC02. And you absolutely must comprehend Google Cloud's pioneering Beyond Corp model. Because our environments are multi-cloud, our defense architectures have to be equally fluent across every single one of them.
That brings us to Section 3, the implementation playbook. Step-by-step deployment logistics. Let's move to and see how this builds our actual defense perimeter, step by step. First up, you establish your policy decision points, or PDPs. Think of this as the brain of the operation, deciding exactly who gets access based on context. Second, you deploy policy enforcement points, or PEPs. These are basically your checkpoints that actually carry out the brain's decisions. Third, you route all of this through Zero Trust Network Access, ZTNA. This completely replaces those old, super vulnerable VPNs with secure, highly specific pathways. And finally, step 4, you implement Dynamic Attribute-Based Access Control, or ABAC. This is a game changer because it means access isn't static anymore. It's constantly evaluating attributes like a user's location, their device health, and even their behavior. Together, these elite methodologies create a living, breathing, software-defined perimeter.
And finally, Section 4, securing your career, the architect of tomorrow.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the incredible contrast in career trajectories we are seeing right now. General security practitioners who are still out there relying on static firewall rules and outdated perimeter concepts, they're facing a severely stagnant career path. The industry is literally moving right past them. Conversely, look at the elite architects. the ones who command a rigorous mastery of zero-trust methodologies, they are securing premium recession-proof compensation all over the globe. The financial and professional rewards for mastering the software-defined perimeter are, quite frankly, absolutely massive.
This brings us to a really powerful quote. Equip yourself for the agentic era. Master the software-defined perimeter, secure the data objects, and become the indispensable architect of tomorrow's enterprise networks. Listen, this isn't just nice advice. It is a mandate. You have got to take immediate, authoritative control of your career path and recognize that being truly indispensable means mastering these exact systems.
So I have to ask, are you equipped to survive the agentic era and become the indispensable architect of tomorrow? The castle and moat is gone forever. The threats we face are autonomous, and the traditional network is completely vaporized. But the blueprint for survival is right in front of you. Master the deployments, study the canonical blueprints, and take your rightful place at the absolute forefront of modern defense. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep building, and I will see you next time.